Hello there, fellow YouTuber. Harvey here. Take 3 or 4. Something happened. I'm smoking my 79320, and in it some standard vanilla. I'm outside the post office. I just sent a package to a fellow YouTube Pipe presenter who was having a difficult time on getting his hands on some tobacco that was privileged enough to have it here in Seoul in the Tobacconist from Germany. So that's on your way, buddy. You will have to wait from 10 days to a couple of weeks, I think. It will take its time. And this is going to be a response to the Smoking Deck's latest video about giving credit where it's due. And I have several videos that I want to make video responses that I have on queue, and I have it on my to-do list. And I'm making this one first because I think the Smoking Deck put it right there when he said that this is exactly what we need to have this conversation going, and I think that's really important, and I couldn't agree more. This is exactly what we need, and I have the firm purpose of making a couple of video responses, one after the other. So in the topic on hand, who did you watch early on that affected your pipe smoking experience, I'll have to say there were too many. You have to understand that when I started with this, I started with the same approach that I have in almost everything I do, that is bordering obsession. So I was watching dozens of video a day, if not more. Sometimes it will be like hours and hours just sitting in front of the computer watching one video after the other, learning, reading blogs, etc, etc, etc. But I have to say, if I have to pick a couple, and my memory, it's awful, but if I have to pick a couple, I have to go with Double the Dam, for instance. Mike Maniacal, I cannot remember his YouTube handle. On how he started it, I could relate it and empathize. Like, that's exactly how I started it. Double the Dam with his reviews on state pipes and eBay and all these things were just wonderful. On the pipe smoking experience itself, I will have to go with perhaps Pipe Friend CHS in a failed attempt that he had, and that wasn't long ago. I'll say 6 months, perhaps a year. And when he tried breath smoking, that is snorking, I think it's called, that without inhaling, you let your the smoke goes out on your nostrils, through your nostrils. And I remember that is between him and the sensical pipe, because that's how actually he enjoys the most smoking. I remember that very well. So I'm not sure who was first, but that actually changed a lot of my pipe smoking experience. But in terms of the pipe smoking experience itself, I will have to go with Kevin Parent here in South Korea. But that's not because I was watching his videos, but because I had the chance to sit down with him and talk to him, and he's a wealth of information in terms of pipe makers and tobacco. So yeah, definitely with him. In terms of the experience itself, friends in YouTube, fellow pipe presenters that you can just sit down to talk and exchange ideas, that's something else, definitely. On the YouTube experience, I think I thought this a little bit in detail, and who will I have to put as the one who had the most impact on me. And I would have to say, as simple as it might be the impact, but huge for me, was the sensical pipe once again, because he always finished his videos or a comment or something saying cheers, and I totally copy him because I thought it was a brilliant way to finish a comment. And you will see that in all my comments I finish with cheers, and I sign out Harvey, and that's how I do. And credits goes to him. I found it, and I hope he wasn't upset by me copying that way of sending a comment. I thought it was brilliant. But apart from that, just way too many and too many to remember. A quick update on my situation. I can walk now. The pain is still there. There is a ghost pain. Sometimes it's not there. Sometimes it's, oh my god. But at least I can walk without a cane now. And I'm being quite successful in the slowing down part. I'm doing nothing and being happy about it. Just slowing down and just recharging batteries little by little. This video is a little bit too long. I didn't want to go over 5 minutes, but I did. My apologies for that. Also, my friends, puff away.